What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. And we have the Valhalla portal, which is opened up again. So we've got a couple of new costumes, including Odin. And Odin is just looking amazing. So we're going to go ahead and have a look at Odin and Almur today. Just have a look at their new costumes and see what they're all about. So I'm not holding out my highest hopes for these ones, just because I've done it before and been disappointed. So let's start off with Odin. So obviously we know Odin is a holy hero. Obviously he's a 5-star, and he was of the paladin class in his old form. I can see that he's got a bit of an upgrade. He's got golden armor now, so he's definitely in line with the gods. And he is now a fighter, so I do like that. The fact that he's switched classes over to a class where he can now revive is really good. He is of the Midgard realm. The Midgard realm allies get +5, +10 or +15% attack for as long as a Midgard ally has low health, and that depends on how many Midgard heroes you have on your team. It's alright. It's an alright realm bonus. Again, the mana cut one is the one that you really want, and it's not that, but it is okay. His costume bonus. So for the Valhalla heroes, the great thing is that they do get advantage of the high mana bonus in terms of their costume bonus. So it's a 5% attack, 5% defense, 10% health, and 5% mana bonus that Odin will get if you level both the costume and the original version. Now, in terms of his stats, in terms of the attack, we're looking at 938. Pretty good. 979 on the defense, which is excellent, and 1708 on the health. So really good balanced stats across the board. If you compare with his original version, it's pretty similar across the board. A higher defensive stat, higher health stat, and slightly lower attack. Without max power preview, you can see he was 800 attack, he's now 784. He was 788 defense, he's now 802, and 1463, 1475. So there's not a huge change around in terms of his stats. He's pretty good, pretty balanced hero overall. Now, his new costume special is called the Rage of Grimnir. No idea who Grimnir is, but he used to have the Fury of Grimnir. He's still running at fast speed, and he now deals 90% damage to all enemies at fast speed. It used to be 100% damage to all enemies, so there's a bit of a downgrade there. Sorry if I'm switching between the two. I just think that's the easiest way to do a good comparison here. He then dealt an additional 18% damage per each holy shield on the board, up to 244 damage in total to all enemies. So that we know was a pretty good hit to all. He now deals an additional 25% damage per each holy shield on the board, up to 290% damage in total. So a slight reduction on the initial damage, but a definite increase on the additional damage that he can potentially deal, and potentially be dealing that to all enemies. So that is really nice to see, as well as the switch over from the paladin to the fighter class. So you're doing all right so far, Mr. Thor. Then all allies get +8% mana generation. Nice. And a further 3% increase per each holy shield on the board for 3 turns, up to 38% increased mana generation. Now I think that is, it's very similar to before, but it was a further 2% increase per holy shield on the board, up to 28% mana generation. It's now a further 3% increase for 3 turns, up to 38% mana generation. So improvements all around for Odin, I'm glad to say. I mean, it's not huge changes from his original, just a higher damage output, higher percentage mana generation, and a better class, but those improvements are all great. Plus, obviously, we're going to be taking advantage of the extra 5% mana bonus and all the stats that come along with the costume. So I'm happy to say I like this guy. I was worried going into this. So Odin is a catch. If you do manage to grab him in this portal, I think I would definitely go ahead and level him. He makes an excellent flank as well, just because he's running at fast speed and he's hitting all for a potential of now up to nearly 300% damage in total. So a really good addition to anybody's roster. Congrats if you did manage to grab Odin. Now, moving on to the second hero that we have in the portal is Almur. Now, I did have a little glance at this card just before doing this review, and I'm sorry to say it's just not as good as the original. So the original Almur is a great hero because he's a hit 3 hero and he gives defense down against nature for 4 turns to 3 heroes as well. So you can easily pair him up, and we know the name of the game is killing a side when you're going up against them, so you can easily pair him up with other hit 3 green heroes and they will just do additional damage. Plus he gets that little bit of health reduction as well, which is brilliant in his original version. I've got one leveled maxed and I've got another one which I'm definitely going to be considering leveling soon, because they work so well as part of a green attack team. Now, the new costume for Almur, apart from the fact that he looks amazing with that fur coat on, he's got the, well, let's just start with the realm bonus. So that's the poison damage for as long as they have low health. Not a great realm bonus at all. The costume bonus is a lower bonus. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why they've done this, but the 4 stars in the Valhalla portal get a lower mana bonus and a lower costume bonus overall than the 5 stars do, which is interesting, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But anyway, stats wise, he's looking great. I mean, 800 attack, 725 defense, and 1667 health. Really good stat boost that he's going to get if you do manage to grab this costume, and it'll bump his old version up as well to 752 attack, 815 defense, and 1640 health. So I love the costume for that boost to the original hero. But in terms of the special, and this is where he falls down big time, Shadow Lunge is going to deal 290% damage to the target, so a single target. He's going to reduce the mana of the target by 20%. Alright, an additional mana reduction in place of a health reduction. Again, the problem is it's only to 1 hero, and yes, he is running at fast speed, and that might be great for another hero, but Almur not so much. The target then gets minus 58% defense against nature for 3 turns. Now, the target and nearby on the old version were getting minus 54% defense for 4 turns. Why they had to take it down to 3 turns, I have absolutely no idea, because this costume is just not better than the original version. But that is what they've done with Almur. So, little bit disappointed in the costume for Almur. I really think he needs to be hitting 3 heroes. He could have been dealing the same amount of damage, but reducing, say, 150% damage, but reducing the mana of the target and nearby by 20%. And that in and of itself would have been amazing, and add a little bit of defense down against nature. But for 4 turns, that's what they should have done with this card. I'm just saying, that's my little rant out the way. But I'm super stoked about Odin. I think he's a great hero. He's featured alongside Gefjon's costume, and she's an amazing minion destroyer, and she hits the target and nearby. So a great hit 3 hero as well, and she's also of the fighter class, wouldn't you know. So there are 2 excellent featured 5-star heroes in the portal. Not so sure about this chap here. He is not great at all. But the other 2 are excellent, and a bit of a letdown on Almur's costume. So I wish you guys all the best if you are thinking of summoning in this portal. I hope you found the video useful and helpful. Please drop us a like, subscribe if you found it helpful, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye for now.